a Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nelles, presented by Verizon, the #1 network in Milwaukee, on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and on the free Odyssey app.
Yeah, boy! What's up, high noon? This is the Mason Crosby Show on The Fan. My name's Mitch Nelles, a.k.a. Thunder, and he is the one. He is the only Packers all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
Man. Well, hey, I don't know who is talking on the other side of this radio mic, but it sounds familiar. Is that Mitch? Is that Thunder Nelles?
What up, Mace?
That has to be you, right?
How you doing, bud?
I mean, that's the only intro. I mean, Tommy does a lot of things well, but no one can intro the way that Mitch Thunder Nelles does.
Well, when you only work 2 days a week, you got a lot of energy for intros.
You're ready to go.
Come
You're
on
ready.
now.
It's been building till 12 o'clock.
It really has.
Yeah, the guys held it down this morning, did a great job, but we are ready to roll. I was on, talking trash in Dallas this morning.
Good
already.
for you.
Just letting them know how we've dominated down there for – gosh, when was the last time that it didn't go well for the Packers there in Dallas in AT&T Stadium?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a little while. Thursday night. We got Thursday night football. We got a great lineup here today. We're going to talk all things Packers here starting off. We got Mike Spofford coming on.
Love the Spoff.
NFL Hall of Famer, first time options are have been given out. Drew Wagner, like always, joining the show on Thursday.
Magic numbers 1.
And then everybody get your picks together because we'll be doing our weekly picks with the boys here. What is that? 120 now? I mean, I'm trying to get my times figured out.
It's
120.
Right.
All right. All right.
That is the worst part of this whole switch.
I know.
I was sending an email with Mark Cass setting up the Japanese Packer backers.
Yeah, it's like, when are we
And
going?
it was like, I'll see you at 9:40. He's like, did the time
like,
change?
what?
Sorry,
I
my
saw
bad.
that
We are, I don't know. So it's Central, then Eastern, then Atlantic. Whatever's just east of Atlantic, like in the middle of the ocean. That's what time we're on now, since we added those 3 hours. It's totally discombobulated. Yeah. Like, what are we doing
I'm
here?
really confused now. Like, where are we? Are we on this earth anymore, Mitch? Where were you? Was that where you were for the last couple of days?
No,
were you just out in the middle of the Atlantic hanging out?
I was getting my prayer on, celebrating some Old Testament.
The
New Year, the Rosh Hashanah. And so I'm back with like a better perspective and leading with kindness.
That's
and all
right.
those, all those good things that we need more of here on planet Earth.
And I see you're manifesting something for
Well,
our boys. That Brew Crew. I mean, I know it's not, but is that a World Series?
That is a World Series championship for the Red Sox.
Yep.
The Red Sox
I only see the champion part,
right.
so I'm good.
The Red Sox and the Brewers both have magic numbers of 1 right now. Brewers to clinch best record in the league. Red Sox to get into the playoffs. So hoping for some good baseball juju today for sure. But we've been talking a lot about. I was watching the whole Brewers game yesterday, but it's Thursday. Like it is football week, and we needed this. Like
time.
we needed to turn that bad taste from last Sunday. We just need to look at whatever's going to happen in Dallas. So give us a little recap of the smack that you brought to Dallas this morning, because we want to hear that.
You know how I do things. I wasn't. You were
nice,
in your face, crushing their souls. But I gave Jerry a little shade, just like how don't ever count anything out with Jerry, Jerry Jones, and talking about getting Micah Parsons. It was just right away, like how they were talking. They were like, do you feel like the Packers fleeced Jerry Jones in the deal? And I'm like, I know you do, by how you just said that.
Yep.
So just kind of put some of that back out there, and then. I love the Micah Parsons comment of like, it's going to pain me to sack Dak Prescott. Right. But I love that he manifested that out where it's just like, it's already a foregone conclusion in his mind that he's going to get to Dak Prescott and get a sack.
All right. My only
love that.
My only concern about that, Mason, is he manifested it last week as well. He said he'd never sacked Flacco, and that we all thought that was going to be a foregone conclusion last week too.
What if he doesn't play hard because he doesn't want to hurt his old teammates?
No, he's not. But what does he need to do? It's great that he's opening up all these lanes for Rashawn Gary, leading the league in sacks. Yeah. But we want a Micah Parsons sack this weekend bad, don't we?
Sure. And I think we're on the verge of seeing a Micah Parsons game just erupt, right? I think that's right where we're on the cusp. This sets up well. I know their defense is so bad. So I'm hoping that, that our offense can get right and find some ways to move the ball, score some points. So then Cowboys have to go into a passing offense right away. And then that's when Micah Parsons goes.
Love that.
Yep.
Yes, that should happen. This is the Mason Crosby Show. We're presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers and the Thunder household. We're in the fan studios powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Like Mason said, we've got Mike Spofford from Packers.com coming up in just a few minutes here. But we wanted to kind of try something new out here on the Mason Crosby Show. And I know Tommy was in back, using AI with all sorts of generated opens. We didn't do one yet, but he's throwing out all these ideas. Tommy, what was AI was kind of weird with this one.
Don't use AI to make
you were trying to get some open thoughts. I just
needed some ideas spitballed out on some words. So I was like, hey, create this open for me for a radio segment talking about stats. And it was like
the economy's crazy and all these numbers on Earth and
we can talk about polls, economic growth, or batting average. It was all over the place. So it
listens to you and knows about the leadoff show, and it knows all the baseball you talk about. So it just kind of it went where it knew your mind was at the moment.
Exactly.
So I think that the conclusion is every Thursday. I know on Friday Sparky has a segment kind of called I believe it's Confident, Concerned, Curious.
Yeah,
that's his first segment on every show. So I thought on Thursdays, we could go with stats we want to see, whether you want it, whatever from the weekend. Traditionally, it'll all be geared towards Packer football, but next week, of course, no Packer football. So you can go wherever you want with it. But as far as the weekend, looking ahead to Sunday Night Football, stats you would like to see out of someone on the Green Bay Packers to get some success against Dallas.
I like it. I like it.
Should I jump
join
off?
Us?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mace.
Yeah, just join us on Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250. Let us know what stat you want to see on Sunday night. Packers versus Cowboys in Packers' second home stadium. I saw that stat today from I think Lambeau Leapers on X put it out there.
That sounds right. Yep.
Packers have more playoff wins in the new stadium than the Dallas Cowboys.
That is amazing.
Which is insanity.
That is absolutely nuts, mate. Can you ever fathom that the Packers that have more wins at Jerry World
Stadium?
Yeah,
it's crazy. That is crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, and I was there. I was there for two of them, so I feel pretty good about that. So let's go down this. Let's talk about stats we want to see from this game, and just kind of run it down. Well, we might disagree. We can go back and forth. So let's get this thing rolling.
All right. Well, I will start it off, and my question for you guys first is: I know that Josh Jacobs was a limited participant yesterday with an ankle. Is there any actual concern? I mean, I feel like, so here's my number. I want Josh Jacobs to run for 100 yards.
Oh,
I want Josh Jacobs to run for, he ran for 8.
You took mine.
Oh no. Did I really?
It's okay.
All right.
I was going to set it up in a different way. And
okay.
I still might.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs did run for 84 yards against Washington, though it was on 23 carries. So it was less than 4 yards a carry. We haven't seen he's been a workhorse. His number of carries are great, but we haven't seen a truly dominant game from him or the offensive line. With
92% of his yards are after contact.
Yeah. So I think this is actually more a comment on the offensive line than it is on Josh Jacobs. I want the offensive line to run block effectively so that Josh Jacobs gets to 100 yards.
Talking about that
like
too, Josh Jacobs has 58 carries on the year for 180 yards, while Javonte Williams has 15 less carries, but 47 more yards already on the year too with Dallas. So again, Green Bay trying to lean into an identity of running the football first, but unable to execute that, Mason.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, obviously we don't, it's going to be Dallas's offense and like this Green Bay defense. Like Dallas has a good offense. Can this Green Bay defense stop them? The stat that comes to my mind now, I was gonna say 100. That's like I was gonna say 100.
Yep.
And it was gonna be 100 yards rushing and 100% on field goals. Just because of my special teams stuff.
We need teams to step up.
But I'm gonna change it because you went with the Josh Jacobs 100. I'm gonna say 3. My stat is 3, and that's 3 passing touchdowns by Jordan Love.
Ooh, okay.
And a lot of and a few 3-point field goals. I don't
know.
know.
Okay. All right.
And just making all the threes. I think this is gonna be a Jordan Love game. Like I think it's you saw what the Bears did to the Cowboys. Like stretch the field out. Like let's not be afraid to go score on 50, 60-yard plays. Like, let's just send them down.
I love that.
Let's open it up and just let this offense go out there and eat. I think this could be a big-time season breakout game for Jordan Love, and he can go have a great night out there in Dallas.
414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line. If you want to chime in with what number do you want to see Sunday night? You can also let us know on YouTube. Remember, we're on YouTube at The Fan Milwaukee. You can post it right there in the chat. We will see it and we will read it. And leading us off on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line is Tyson from Zillow, Washington. I'd like to see Golden with 100-plus total yards and a touchdown. And Mason, I think that leads perfectly into what you just said about if they get a 50 or 60-yard play, there's a good chance Golden's involved in that. Let's merge those numbers and get a big one to Golden Sunday night.
Yeah, it was good. He finally, he got an explosive catch. Mind you, like and he admittedly said, "Yes, I wish I had it back, and I would have tried to stick my foot in the ground and at least try to stay in bounds." Like that was the part that got me. Was that
he didn't even try.
He didn't even try. It's like I get it, you're off balance, but there was no attempt to get downfield. So that was a little odd. But he said, obviously, there's growth there, and the fact that he has the best separation numbers in the league, and they finally found him downfield. I think this is one of those games. I totally agree that he could go off on. Maybe he gets a punt return option as well if he's back there and opens it up. So I think 100 is our number for today. And a lot of different reasons.
I will go with the number 1.
Micah Parsons.
Not quite.
Sorry, I got excited. I got excited.
One game at a time.
Right. It is sack related.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Lucas Van Ness.
LVN.
Who is the guy who led the team in pressures last week against Cleveland. It seems like we are witnessing the progression of a young player in the NFL. He has a half a sack right now on the season. So hasn't been able to get home like our boy Rashawn Gary, who leads the NFL, 4.5 sacks right now this season. I would love to see Lucas Van Ness put a statement point on, yes, I am progressing as a young player in the NFL. 1 sack. I know that Micah Parsons is going to be Jerry is telling his team,
triple team
anyone else get a sack this week, please. I expect Rashawn Gary to continue to cause havoc. I would like to be reassured that, yes, Lucas Van Ness is progressing in this Packers defense. 1 sack out of Lucas Van Ness.
Okay.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
414-677-1250. Feel free to chime in. You can always tweet at The Fan Milwaukee, at Crosby Kicks 2, at Thunder MKE with some of your thoughts as well. Remember, Sports Talk on The Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And as we get some more of your numbers and we come up with more of your numbers, I just want to say, hey, Mason, it's good to see you, bud.
Good to see you too, man.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll talk Brewers later, but again, every time I look down and see that shirt, all I see is World Series champions. And
That's
I'm
right.
just like, I love manifesting things into existence.
Should we tell them what Thailand said today about my Marquette Warriors shirt?
Oh my gosh, Thailand's just like on one
What did
today.
he say?
All over it.
They're like, oh, you can't wear that shirt. You're too young, and like you're not.
Well,
you went to Wisconsin,
right?
So
Really, what had happened is Shannon in Thailand was saying that
he's got to be a Marquette wonk, right?
Me going to Wisconsin talking about the Badgers, I am not allowed to be a Marquette fan.
Wrong.
And I said that
Wrong.
I am from Milwaukee, where Marquette is.
Yeah,
correct.
You support
and I went
the home team
to Madison, so I am allowed to be both. I hope that Madison beats Marquette every single time they play Marquette.
But every other game Marquette plays, you want Marquette to win.
For sure.
Yeah, for the milk jug.
Right, for the milk jug. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
now,
that's right.
This is our opportunity to again.
It's the right time.
Milk jug, milk jug, milk jug.
Yes.
Marquette versus Wisconsin basketball.
So this is something I've talked about on the radio for more than 20 years in Milwaukee about like how people
still can't get it.
No,
done.
not about the milk jug.
Okay.
But about how
we were
fans,
going down the milk jug.
No,
I was like,
fans from Milwaukee.
Here we go.
Fans from Milwaukee who went to Madison can be fans of both teams. If you went to Marquette, you can't be. Like no one from Marquette hates Wisconsin. Wisconsin doesn't hate Marquette.
No.
Like it's just not the same relationship. And Marquette people are so stubborn, they can't get it through their heads. So like Marquette people, there's a problem with. But Marquette sports teams, there's no problem with.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's and again, if they were in the Big Ten,
totally
like
different.
And then it's
Of
like,
course.
you have to choose.
Yes.
But they're not in the same.
Right.
Yeah, they're not in the same conference.
One
like
has a
everyone,
football team, one doesn't.
relax.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
it's gonna be fine. You have to choose whenever they're playing each other in basketball, but that's about it.
I don't know where Spoff went to school. Maybe we'll ask him to chime in on what he thinks about this. But Mike Spofford, writer for Packers.com, is at every practice. I don't know if he's in every meeting. I think they kicked even the Packers.com writers. I think they kicked them out of some of the meetings, right, Mace?
I didn't see him in any meetings.
Yeah, all right. No meetings for Spofford. But he will join us and we will talk Packers Cowboys when we come back here on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We're in the fan studios powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And remember, everybody, we're on YouTube and chat is open. Let's go. What up, Mace?
What's up? Let's get Spoff on.
This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Mitch Nelles, a.k.a. Thunder, back for one day at least. I'm here for one day.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Good to have you back, buddy.
Gone tomorrow and Monday because I'm doing the morning show.
Yeah, you're just working. You're just working.
Yeah.
You and Tommy just do everything.
I'll probably pop on. Like, I feel like I'll do a segment or part of a segment or something.
Just a nice little desk pop.
Well, just because I miss you. And I just I can't go that long without Mason Crosby in my life at this point.
It's tough. Not many people can.
We're getting close to a year. We're almost at that year anniversary.
I know.
Yeah, we should do something.
What are we going to do?
I know.
What was the exact date again?
I believe October 14th was the date. Yeah. So
good. I'm actually I'm coming into town that
day.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sounds like we're gonna have like 4 different dinners at different dinner places. 4 different steaks just everywhere.
We will try to set something up, no doubt. But let's get to our guy. Is Spofford on?
He is joining us now on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law from Packers.com. Mike Spofford. Mike, thanks so much for jumping on today.
Hey, you bet. Thanks for having me. Good to see you guys.
If you want to come to dinner, you can come to dinner too.
Yeah, sounds good. How you doing, Mace?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's it going up there in Green Bay? Everything obviously settled back into the week. You know, I know how these weeks go. It's like you lick your wounds on Monday and Tuesday, and then you reset, and it's back to work. So we are over that hump. It is moving towards the weekend. NFL football is back tonight. So just tell us how this week has felt. We're at kind of where guys' heads are at. What kind of conversations you've had, and just kind of give us a holistic approach, and then we'll dive down deep into the weeds.
Yeah, I mean, you've been through weeks like this, Mason, where you let a game get away that the team shouldn't have lost, and the most important thing that all the players have been talking about is kind of looking in the mirror, and you always ask, okay, what could I have done better, in order to help the team win the game? And the Packers defense is playing great right now, but that doesn't mean they're sitting in the locker room saying, hey, the loss is on like everybody else or whatever. That's not how this team operates. And that's the sign of a good team. And so, I mean, these guys are looking inward. They're definitely not happy about how things went, but you can't dwell on things. It's like, yeah, you have to learn from it, but you got to put it aside. You got to move on. There's another game coming up, and you're going down to face a Dallas team that, really took one on the chin, quite frankly, in Chicago last week. The Bears were 0-2, and they really took it to the Cowboys. And the Cowboys this week might be a lot like the Bears were last week, and the Packers have to be ready for that.
Yeah, I totally agree, Spoff. I feel like the great teams that we had there in Green Bay, it was that same way, right? It's like, all right, defense gives up a drive and you happen to lose a game at the end of regulation. You always heard the offensive guys or special team, like everyone was always just like, hey, I could have done this better in this, this one play in the first quarter or whatever. And like, whenever you have a team that is that mindset, like good things are ahead of them. So it's really good to hear that that's kind of, what's going on there in the building. Something that I want to dive into, I saw this stat, like I was like looking back at like the past, matchups against the Cowboys. In the last like 4 matchups or so, I mean, the winner has scored over 30 plus points, and they've been high scoring on both sides. I mean, both teams have scored quite a few points in these matchups. Do you think that's going to be the case on Sunday night, or do you think this defense is going to be able to contain and hold this Cowboys offense at bay?
I mean, I certainly like the chances of Green Bay's defense, changing that narrative a little bit in terms of the way these games have gone. And the Cowboys are going to be without CeeDee Lamb. Obviously, they still have George Pickens at wide receiver. Jake Ferguson is catching a lot of passes for Dak Prescott at tight end. But the way Green Bay's defense is playing right now, I mean, look, the Browns scored 13 points, and 7 of those were on a 4-yard touchdown drive. I mean, the Browns weren't going to find the end zone last week if they had to go the length of the field. And unfortunately, things just didn't work out, because of the timing of the turnover and all that kind of stuff. Green Bay's defense is really, really strong. Now, on the other side of things, Dallas's defense is struggling, and the Packers haven't been clicking on all cylinders on offense yet. Not to say that 27 points against the Lions and 27 points against the Commanders is anything to sneeze at. I mean, those are still some pretty productive days. But I think coming out of those 2 games, the Packers still felt like they left a bit out there offensively. They could have, cracked that 30-point barrier in each of those games, and it didn't quite happen. So the Packers dealing with their own injuries on the offensive line. And, you don't have Christian Watson or Jaden Reed at wide receiver right now. We all know about those things. But I think the Packers offense is due for one of those breakout games. And if Dallas's defense doesn't get some things squared away, it could come Sunday night.
Yeah, we got Mike Spofford on the Mason Crosby Show. You can find him at Packers.com. I said it earlier, and just being in those locker rooms and being around Aaron and stuff, you could just kind of get a feeling whenever it was like, all right, they're going to put up some points this week. A plan seems in place. Everybody's kind of clicking in practice, and then you're facing a team like the Dallas Cowboys where you saw the Chicago Bears just air them out, right?
Yes.
And just like,
exactly.
run them down the field. So kind of what I said earlier in the week was, in my opinion, especially now on this side of it, I would have never said in the locker room, it's just like, all right, plod along, right? It's like, do your thing. But on this side of it, I'm like, I feel like if they don't score over 30 points in this game, then like they've somewhat underachieved offensively just with what the matchup looks like. And now you had Matthew Golden finally get behind somebody to make a catch. So do you feel that way? Like this is that opportunity for this offense to put 30 plus points and have a full, like just a really good productive day out there?
Yeah, I think so. And I think there's a couple of keys to that. I mean, one, we've seen the Packers have been struggling to run the ball. We've seen defenses, really keying on Josh Jacobs. And I think it's incumbent upon, Jordan Love and company with that passing game to find that rhythm, to get things going, make the defenses pay for how much attention they're paying to Josh Jacobs. And then you can get the running game going behind that. That first game against Detroit, Jordan Love throws, for 160 some yards, whatever it was in the first half with 2 touchdowns. And Josh Jacobs only has 8 yards at halftime, but then he rushes for 58 in the second half against Detroit's defense. That it seems to be that's the formula for getting, kind of all facets of the offense going. That being said, it's what makes, to me, the key to this game for Green Bay offensively, because I think the Packers are going to move the ball pretty regularly against this Cowboys defense, but they're going to have to finish drives. I mean, you've seen these games, Mace, because there are times where you got trotted out there to kick a field goal way more times than anybody wanted because the offense is moving the ball, but then something bogs you down and you can't finish a drive and you have to settle for 3. The Packers
always settle for the kickers. I mean, just those games were always the best whenever all the coaches were mad and like you could tell the fans were angry and you're like, yep, I'm going out to do my job. Everyone hates that I'm out here right now, but this is fine. Right. I'll go out there and do it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I mean,
I know. You
can't have this game. You can't have this game be the one where suddenly there's, you're bogging down in the red zone and you're not able to, to complete, the productive drives the way that you want to. So sure. I think finishing drives is going to be key here because I do think the Packers are going to move the ball against the Cowboys. And if they finish drives, they absolutely, should be able to crack that 30-point barrier.
Well, I wanted to ask real quick about Josh Jacobs and follow up on that because I know he was limited in practice. Is that just veteran rest? Is he okay to go? And what does it mean for the offensive line to get him going as well? Because I think part of him getting going also means that the offensive line is blocking better than they've been doing in the run game.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I haven't been given any Indications that, that there are any issues with Jacobs as far as his availability this week.
Good.
So,
Good.
But when it comes to the guys up front, I mean, the Packers are dealing with some injuries up there. They're trying to plug guys in, find the right combinations. And I thought the offensive line was really, really good in the first 2 games of the season. They were at full strength in week 1 against Detroit, not so much full strength in week 2 against Washington. And it didn't, seem to matter all that much. I thought things were pretty solid. They got challenged big time by a really good Cleveland defensive front. And they're not happy with how they played. They know the film didn't look good. And, that goes back to, again, kind of everybody looking in the mirror as to, all right, what are the things that I need to fix? What are the things that I can do better? I expect this Packers offensive line, no matter who it is that's out there, depending on the injuries, I think they're going to have this is that bounce back type of performance because,
nice.
That's a bunch of prideful guys, and they know that what they put on film in Cleveland is not who they are. It's not what they want people to perceive them to be. It's not who they were in the first 2 weeks of the season. They had a bad game, and they know it, and they want to correct it.
Yeah, it felt like they're in Cleveland. It was like the perfect storm, right? I mean, Zach Tom tried to go, gets one play, goes out. So then you bring in Jordan Morgan, and then Banks goes out. And then it's like now it's a shuffle on the front. And you could just see, like, you almost felt like even like Elton Jenkins at center there. Like once you scramble and you move all those, I think a veteran's like initial mindset is like, I need to support and do more. And it felt like he started kind of reaching and trying to help his guards and do some things. And Cleveland just had a great plan. They were looping inside guys. Mason Graham had that guy's playing fantastic this year. So it was just kind of a perfect storm. And they just, unfortunately, you can look at it and you can learn from it. You hope you learn from a win, but they'll learn a lot from this loss and how that ended up unfolding. The question that we had to start the show, and we're going to try to do this on every Thursday as we're heading into the weekend of a slate of games. What stat do you want to see kind of on the stat line for this Packers team on Sunday night? What would jump off the page for you, and just kind of be like, all right, that's what needed to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be the red zone production. I mean, if you're talking going, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 in the red zone, that's where you want to be offensively. If you go only 2 out of 4 in the red zone, or 1 out of 3 or something like that, there's still going to be too many questions about where things are on offense. Like I said before, I think I expect the Packers to be able to move the ball against the Cowboys. Are they going to finish drives on the road? Because, that's, everything's a lot harder when you're on the road. And while I do think there will be a decent contingent of Packers fans in the stands, the Cowboys fans are going to show up. They're going to be loud. They're going to try to make it difficult. And when you get in close, you got to be able to punch it in and not let them, make you kick field goals.
Yeah, Jerry Jones probably giving tickets away just to try to get as many Cowboys fans in the stands so that they cheer really loud and make it hard on Micah Parsons as much as possible. But, I was thinking about just that side of the ball, like the special team side of the ball. And you're talking about the red zone, like Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys, unbelievable.
Stud.
So you do not want to get into a defensive battle kicking competition, if you will, with a guy that can kick, 65 yarders in his sleep, it feels like, because especially there in Dallas, and I know McManus could probably do the same there, but it's just like, you don't want that to be like what, determines a game like this, especially whenever, it's been shown Giants scored a ton of points against the Cowboys. Bears scored a ton of points against the Cowboys. This offense really needs to get right this week. Finally, honestly, against the worst defense they've played so far. So it's a big opportunity for them. And then let's just talk about the defense. Obviously, we know how great they are, but have you talked to Micah this week about what this feels for him going back to Dallas? I know he probably has a ton of emotion, a lot of feelings about it. So what have you heard from him that kind of sticks out this week in his first return back to Dallas?
Yeah, Micah talked to reporters yesterday after practice about, just the whole thing of going back to Dallas and all that. And quite frankly, the sense I got from him, I mean, he's not trying to lie to anybody necessarily or downplay anything, but the sense I got from him is like, he doesn't want to talk about all of the hype and whatever emotions might be involved. He just wants to go down there and play the game and get the game started. I mean, it's about let's get through all of this and walk out there and play football. I mean, I thought his best line, was that, hey, once the game starts, who's going to be worried about any kind of a trade, right? I mean, yes, the announcers are going to be talking about it, and it's going to be a storyline throughout the game. But to the players on the field, Whether you're talking about, Micah trying to sack Dak Prescott or Elton Jenkins trying to block Kenny Clark. I mean, once you get those first couple of plays under your belt, then it really is still just another game. And that's the mindset that will set in eventually, even if there might be a lot of emotions and a lot of, kind of unexpected, or, the whole situation was unexpected for Parsons, right? I mean, a month ago, he didn't think this is the situation he would be in. So I don't really think, he knows how to prepare for it necessarily, like mentally and emotionally. And that's why it's like, hey, let's get to the game. Let's get it kicked off. I want to get out on the field. I want to run around. I want to hit somebody and just get into playing football. And then that helps to block out the rest of it.
Mike Spofford joining us here on the excuse me.
On the what?
On the fan. on the I cough in my throat. Joining us here on the fan. Do you see a situation though, Mike, where if there's an early first quarter sack or a tackle for loss, or Micah gets involved in something where there could be some extra emotions, whether it's from Micah or whether it's from the Cowboys O-line, or maybe there's a pancake block, or they double team him and keep him away? Like, is there a situation where emotions could get a little out of, not all the way out of control, but just amped up a little bit?
I mean, I think it's certainly possible. I won't discount that possibility, but by the same token, say if Parsons does get in there and get a hit or a sack on Prescott, I don't see him necessarily like celebrating in any kind of a different way than he would, normally celebrate a sack or anything. I don't think I just don't get the sense that his mindset is to show anything or prove anything to anybody. I mean, the guy's a 3-time All-Pro and a 4-time Pro Bowler. I mean, what is it? What do you really have to prove? I mean, he wants to focus on helping his new team win a game, coming off of a game that they know they shouldn't have lost. And he talked about that as really being what his focus is. I mean, he stood in front of the cameras after the Cleveland game and basically said, hey, they're not paying me to jump offside, right? I mean, he took accountability for, the mistake that he made and what was his part in that loss. And I just get the sense that he's way more focused on that than he is about the emotions.
I love that. And that is, I mean, that's whenever you're in it and you're playing the games and you're going to practice and all those things. I mean, the noise kind of starts like floating out, right? And it's just like, we're going to go play ball. He's played in that stadium so many times. Like, I can't wait to see him on that turf again. I mean, he is going to fly, and like he is a different animal when he plays in that stadium. So it's going to be fun to see him as well. I was thinking about when you said Kenny Clark and like Elton Jenkins and some of those interior guys, they're going to actually they're going to see how strong Kenny Clark is for real, because like practice Kenny Clark, first game Kenny Clark is a different animal. So they're going to have to, they're going to actually see the strength of Kenny Clark come Sunday evening.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the one guy who knows him better than anybody is Elton Jenkins. I mean, those guys have gone at it in practice for, 6 years or whatever it was that, that Elton's been here before Clark ended up getting traded. So those guys know each other really well. I there's probably going to be some some mental games in there. I don't know necessarily if there'll be the trash talk between those two. They don't, neither one of them strikes me as
they're not big trash talkers,
as kind of getting involved in that kind of stuff. But there's going to be some mental games in terms of both of them going, okay, he knows I'm good at this and I know he's good at that. And you know what I mean? Like, and when you're right there in the trenches and those two guys know each other so well, and you're talking about going head to head for maybe 50, 60 snaps or whatever it might be. I mean, each guy is going to get his share of victories, and you hope for the Packers' sake that that Elton Jenkins wins those battles in the real crucial moments, the third downs, the crunch time moments and stuff, because that's what usually separates the wins from the losses.
For sure. Mike, before we let you go, we will do our picks here in the second hour of the show, but I just would love to hear what's your score, what's your pick for this Sunday night game?
Well, I definitely like the Packers to win this game, and I'm with you, Mace, as far as the the offense getting on track, getting above, that 30-point barrier. I'll say like 31-16. I think the Packers can win this game by a couple of scores.
I love that. Yep. I'm right in line with you.
Let's go.
Yep. Right, Mike Spofford. You can find him at Packers.com. Good friend. We've had a lot of long conversations in the past, but awesome to have you on the Mason Crosby Show, Mike. And appreciate all the insight and sharing what's going on up there in Green Bay. And we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mace. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on, and we'll look forward to it another time.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Awesome. That is Mike Spofford, Packers.com, joining us here on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call. That's all. When we come back, we're going to take a quick pick. The NFL Hall of Fame announced its first timers that are eligible for the ballot this year. And we got it. We got a little Ryder Cup on the brain as well. So that's going to be, whether that's next or whether that's later in the show. We just want to make sure that the Ryder Cup is on everybody's radar, right, Mace?
Tomorrow morning, man.
Are you going to be okay?
I was trying to rank all my golf weeks for watching purposes, and I mean, honestly, Ryder Cup might be the top. Like,
I love it.
Like it's hard to say it's not.
I love it. Well, we got lots more to get to on the Mason Crosby Show coming up right here. We are presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Hey, everybody, Mitch Nelles here for my friends at Underdog. Football's here. Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. I've been mixing and matching some football and some baseball. I can decide if my players are going higher or lower, touchdowns, receiving yards, hits, home runs, whatever it might be, strikeouts. And I think you have a feeling that, I'm going higher with Josh Jacobs Sunday night, but I'll be watching our Milwaukee baseball team all weekend long. And I just go Bryce Terang. And he just keeps delivering for me. He is the best. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ThunderMKE to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code ThunderMKE. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or over and present in Wisconsin. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers.
There was just like a perfect bass drop to when Crosby rises into the camera.
I mean, that's how he does it, right?
It tricked me earlier because, like, nice little intro lady.
Right, yeah.
Like, I came with our intro.
And then she got interrupted.
And then something else jumped in. I was back and forth.
Yeah.
And then I was watching AJ Hawk
on
TV and
yeah.
kind of laughing to myself that he has, like, a fake bookshelf in the background.
Well, and he doesn't even, like, you can't even read the spines.
Maybe just a real... Like some real books.
I don't know, like because he's AJ Hawk. AJ Hawk can't read. Come on now.
Real books or no books. I feel like you can't pretend to have a bookshelf behind
It's really weird what he has behind him. I totally agree. This is the Mason Crosby Show. He's Mason. I'm Mitch. Tommy's here as well. Our thanks to Mike Spofford for jumping on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call. That's all. And I know we've got our list of NFL Hall of Famers, first timers. I didn't see your name on there, Mace. You haven't been retired long enough.
I haven't qualified yet. Yeah. I mean, come on, just give me a few more years.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Okay, that's fair. We'll take it. And I thought
there was any surprises. Are you surprised about any of those names?
The quarterbacks are Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, and Alex Smith.
Alex Smith.
Now, it just means
numbers for it?
No,
it's just eligible.
This just means out. Yeah, this is just eligible.
Okay, I thought this was like a list going.
Are Brees and Rivers both in?
Brees is for sure, obviously, but
Brees
Phil,
for sure.
Right?
Phil should be in. Phil won't get in on the first ballot.
He won't be first ballot.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that.
Frank Gore will.
Sean McCoy will not.
Fitzgerald
Larry's
will.
in. Larry Fitzgerald is right. No, is he a no-brainer?
Oh yeah,
no brainer.
Gotta be right. Gotta be.
Yeah.
And is it true? Like everything we've heard about him is that he's like one of the nicest guys too. Is that
amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's a great human being, great football player. Yeah, the guys.
So that's not made up.
No.
All the when everybody said, "Oh, he's just as good a guy off the field as he is on." Like
I would have thought, though. You remember, was it last year or 2 years ago when Antonio Gates didn't get in first ballot? That was easy, and I don't know. Like Frank Gore gives me the same vibes.
I think Frank Gore's numbers are I think he's way up there. Right?
I thought the same with Antonio Gates.
Top,
yeah, but Gates
and
is
with how long he played.
I feel like tight end there might be and that's the thing with Frank Gore is like, was Frank Gore that great, or did he play for that long as very good? And that gets him in because longevity plus being very good.
Matters. I mean, all of that matters. I think it all ties.
What are you
together.
mad about, Tommy?
I just said, but best ability, availability.
Yep.
That's what we.
Frank Gore might not be a first ballot.
Might not be first ballot, but he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Tight ends Jason Witten and Greg Olsen.
No, I don't think Greg Olsen.
No. I don't think so either.
Can't even be a first-team broadcaster anymore now.
Well,
I mean,
he might be a better broadcaster.
I like Greg Olsen.
I do too,
air, for sure. I thought that it was messed up when he got bumped.
I think Greg Olsen had Hall of Fame talent, but whether it was injuries or whatever, he just couldn't make it happen.
From teams and just circumstance. I don't know if Jason Witten will be first ballot, but he'll be in.
He'll get in. Yeah.
Let's see. Pouncey.
Which Pouncey is that?
They're the they're the same guy. Who cares? They're
the same guy.
Marquise and
Pouncey,
Mike.
Pouncey and DeCastro were both Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know offensive line well enough. I feel like DeCastro was every year he was like Pro Bowl or whatever. I think he was really good.
I mean, Thomas Davis. Do you think he's first ballot?
No. Stop. No,
he was really good.
Say he was.
No.
You tell me to stop, Tommy.
You stop, Tommy.
You stop now.
Oh my gosh.
Just stop.
He was really good, but I feel like he was okay for a while, and then he was really good.
Just a solid. Like he was just a solid all the time linebacker. Yes, he'll probably get in at some point, but definitely not first ballot. This is. Yeah, maybe a little underwhelming, as far as a potential first.
I mean, it's
class.
Larry, and then and then Drew, Frank Gore, and then maybe one of the offensive, maybe DeCastro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, potentially.
All right. Speaking of potential Hall of Famers who've just been really good for a really long time, Drew Wagner has been really good for a really long time. So let's get to him next. He's our Milwaukee baseball insider for Forbes Sports and right here with the Fan. Magic numbers 1, 2, and Philly plays Miami this evening at 5:05. So by the time we go to bed tonight, this could all be over.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Let's just
not have to worry about the Reds. Not have to worry
done.
about.
Yeah. Let's be done with it. Go get that win.
Mhm.
At least control your controllables. I know Drew, that's all he's going to talk about.
Yep.
Just control this game. Don't worry about what the Phillies are doing, whatever. Just go out there and take care of business.
Drew Wagner, ForbesSports.com, our Milwaukee Baseball Insider, will join us next here on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We're in the fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I'm Mitch Nelles. Who put the question mark in the teleprompter?
I'm Mitch Nelles.
What is going on?
What's the latest on the crew? Let's go inside the clubhouse with Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nelles. Brought to you by Verizon, the #1 network in Milwaukee on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan. Inside the Clubhouse is brought to you by Focus Baseball. Join their fall mini camps at focusbaseball.com.
It is time to go inside the clubhouse on the Mason Crosby Show. I'm Mitch Nelles, a.k.a. Thunder. And Drew Wagner joins us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Hello, Mr. Drew Wagner.
Hello, friends.
Hello, Drew. Hey, only one more. Like, the number is 1. So, I mean, do we get it done right now?
It's the perfect number. Let's go.
You always say one game at a time, so why not this one, right?
Yeah, and listen, I mean, this could be all settled up by the time the Brewers report to the ballpark on Friday. You know, the Phillies, I believe, are playing this evening.
5:05, yep.
I think they have a game today.
Yep, 5:05. 5:05 first pitch.
Phillies losing the Marlins tonight. That's it. Brewers are locked into the 1 seed overall. Nobody can catch them, and they can kind of just, I don't want to say go into cruise control, but they can rest guys. They can be creative. I mean, it's a great position to be in.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously that's the ultimate goal every year, is to be that 1 seed and be able to have that bye and be able to just feel like, you know, you control everything and control your own destiny. So this team, you know, has, you know, then I wouldn't say sputtered here, you know, in September, but it's just been kind of one of those where it's coasting. They're going back and forth. You know, felt like they got a good win out there in San Diego in their last outing. So what do you feel about this team? Do you feel like they're heading the right direction as we get closer to postseason here?
I think they're fine, and I think they are heading the right direction. I think the only issue, concern, or whatever you want to call it, is the health of the pitching staff. Yeah. And that's one of those you won't know until you know things. Is Trevor McGill going to be back this weekend? Is Jose Quintana going to be back in time for the playoffs? Who else is out there? You know, is there a slight chance you could see Brandon Woodruff again? I mean, there's all kinds of scenarios at play. But, you know, I've heard a lot of people say that they were kind of slumping in September, and I just don't see it that way. I think they changed the perspective so much by going on that absolutely torrid stretch in August. You know, people say, well, I told you they can't sustain it. Nobody's played at that clip for an entire season. And right now, the stupid thing that I heard yesterday was, well, look at what the Guardians are doing. That's what the Brewers should have done. They, once again, proves they peaked at the wrong time. To which, again, I say, would you want them to have tanked games during those winning streaks?
With the hope that they get hot another time.
Yeah, make everyone feel better that,
right,
like, okay, we're not hot right now, but we will be. We will be.
If we've won too many games in a row, we better go out and lose today so we have some victories left. Just stupid. Yeah, I tried to do the math. Like, if the Brewers would have gone 500 during one of those winning streaks, 500, instead of winning 11 in a row, 14 in a row, they wouldn't be in the position they're in right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So just this is a 162 game season. It is a marathon. There are ups and downs, ebbs and flows. This is Kevin Nealon giving Happy Gilmore advice on the golf course.
I love it. You know, and I've gotten to know a few baseball players down here in the Nashville area over the last couple of years, and you know, I've asked them about that as well. It's just like, I mean, I'm like, gosh, y'all play 160 games. You know, it's like, it's crazy. You know, what is the mindset there? Because it's like, obviously, as a NFL player, it's, you know, you want to go out and you reset and you play every week and you want to win all the games. And they're like, it's no different. It's not like they go out there and they're just like, this one doesn't matter. Like, we'll just kind of play half speed. Like, they prepare and they want to go out and win every game, just like every other sport. And sometimes the matchups don't work out and you end up losing some games. But yeah, this Brewers team has been so special in that. Something that I was kind of like pondering over as the playoffs are coming, you know, Padres Cubs are probably, you know, whoever wins that series is who the Brewers look to be playing. Like, who would you rather face in that first playoff series, the Padres or the Cubs?
I mean, both teams are going to give the Brewers a challenge, as we've seen. The Cubs are the only team in the playoff field to have won the season series against the Brewers 7-6. They're a very good team. We can talk all the rival trash you want, but the Cubs are a very good team, and they've made life difficult for the Brewers this year. And now the Padres have won the season series against the Brewers. Those are two really good teams. I think that's part of the reason maybe why we saw Quinn Priester get bumped to Friday. One, it kind of lines them up a little bit for game 2 in that playoff series. And if you are playing the Padres, you don't want to give them a chance to see them. Just, all right, we're going to throw this guy out here, and you're going to have to kind of go off video.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Drew, on if, say Phillies lose, Brewers lock up that 1 seed, and they don't win another game this season and fall, they tie the season record for wins, but they don't end up breaking it this year. Like, are you disappointed in that, or are you happy they got the 1 seed and it doesn't ultimately matter, or is getting that all-time record for wins really important?
Normally I'd say it shouldn't give a damn. But I would have to believe that among those guys that they want that record. I think it would mean something to them just because of who this team is and what this team has been through and what was said about this team. I think there's something that they would take pride in, going into the record books as, the best team in Brewers history. I definitely think there's something to that. But then on the other hand, listen, I don't think they care, because their goal is not to finish the regular season and be the regular season champions. These guys want to go to the World Series. These guys want to win the World Series. There's this common misconception that Mark Gattanasio and Matt Arnold, they just care about regular season success and don't listen. This organization wants to win a World Series. This team believes it can win a World Series. If they go in and they get knocked out in the first round, which I don't think is going to happen, I think it's going to be a pretty bitter taste.
For sure.
Drew Wagner joining us here on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. You mentioned it. Quinn is scheduled to start tomorrow night, and then, of course, Saturday and Sunday. It's undecided, depending on what the playoffs look like. The Reds will be playing for their playoff lives, at least on Friday, as they get into that wild card race. You mentioned some of the pitchers who maybe are coming off the injured list, maybe won't be coming off injured list. Is there anyone specifically, whether they're on the injured list or on the current roster, that you want to see have a good outing this weekend, that you think needs a little positive momentum going into the playoffs?
There's a couple. I think Mizorowski. I think McGill, more than anyone, McGill. But Mizorowski is kind of like the linchpin here. You don't know what you're going to be able to do with him. How you're going to be able to use them, if you're going to be able to use them. I mean, listen, the guy has not been good, and it needs to be said, he has not been good since coming back from the IL, and even that start before it. Something ain't right. I don't think it's anything physical, but they got to get him right, because he's a big part of what they want to do. They need that arm, whether it's in a couple innings of a kind of extended bullpen start, or whether it's coming out of the pen in urgent relief. They need Jacob Mizorowski. And at the same time, they need Trevor McGill. When your 9th inning is set, that makes everything else so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. I mean, are there any moves, from the minor league? I think they made one here recently, but is there anything else that you could see them shaking up heading into this playoff run?
Not really. I mean, we pretty much know who's in the mix for everything, and there's not really anybody left in the minor leagues to call up.
Yeah.
You kind of burned through all of your depth with the injuries the last couple of weeks. There's just, the cupboard is empty, boys. There ain't nothing there. They made the move. Yeah, it's another dumb thing that I saw, that they were complaining that they brought up Carlos Rodriguez and replaced Bruce Zimmerman, like these guys are the exact same pitcher. Yeah, but the point was, Zimmerman just pitched. They couldn't use him again. They needed a fresh arm with the ability for length just in case. Like, sometimes these moves do actually make sense and aren't made just for the sake of making moves.
That's right. That's right, people.
And
Pay attention.
Exactly. I asked you this last week, and I'm just curious, like, has baseball so crazy, but like a week removed, like who are the teams that we should be watching out for, as there's only 3 games left on this in this regular season, but heading into these playoffs, other than the normal suspects like the Dodgers and obviously the Phillies are a great team, but like who are you looking at as kind of worrisome as the playoffs are starting here?
I mean, honestly, like the Padres Cubs situation is really interesting to me. If the Cubs can hold off the Padres for home field, because that. And the weird thing is the Padres are battling for 2 things. I got to look at the standings. I think, is it 2 games or is it 3 games they're behind the Dodgers?
2 games right
But
now.
they still have an outside. Yeah, it's 2 games. So if the Padres split, if the Padres sweep and the Dodgers get swept, which with the way the Dodgers have gone, you never know. The Padres could be ending up in the division, being a division winner, and that changes the playoff series.
Drew, it's actually 2.5. The Dodgers and the Cubs have the exact same record. The Padres are 2.5, both of them. Padres have today off. Dodgers and Cubs both play today.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I'm keeping my eye on, the situation with the Reds and the Mets, because that's still pretty
and Diamondbacks.
tight.
And Diamondbacks.
And the Diamondbacks.
Yep.
And the Diamondbacks. Imagine how good the Diamondbacks would have been if they wouldn't listen to Sparky and traded for Suarez at the deadline. Hey-yo.
Well, imagine how good they would have been if Corbin Burns didn't get hurt.
Right.
I mean, if Burns doesn't get hurt, that's a playoff team.
That's a playoff team. The thing to keep in mind, too, is the Reds hold the tiebreakers over the Mets and the Diamondbacks. So if they finish tied, the Reds get in, which is great for me. And if that's the case, I need the Reds to advance all the way to the NLCS.
Relax.
I need to be the Cubs of the NLDS. Hey,
Relax.
Hey, I've got travel plans to make.
I'm sure you do.
I can't just do this on the fly.
Well, welcome to the world of professional sports, bro.
Imagine the Brewers play the
Sparky
Reds.
told me that his private jet's in for repair, so I'm on my own.
Imagine if the Brewers play the Cubs and then the Reds.
And then Cleveland for Drew.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
Drew is like,
look at
that's
Cleveland.
Exactly it.
That's the dream.
That would be the perfect scenario.
Wow, amazing.
Here's like for Tommy, obviously y'all do a lot of work together too, and I just want to throw this out because I know Tommy said it before. Any team can knock the Brewers out other than the Cubs, right?
Right.
In your mind, Tommy?
That's the loser. The loser brain I have is like, please just don't lose to the Cubs.
Just don't let it be the Cubs, right?
Yeah, I think that's a common consensus. Like no one wants to lose to the Cubs. And listen, if we're being honest, I would venture to guess that if you polled the guys in the clubhouse and said if there's a team that you least want to lose to, it's probably the Cubs. I mean, I think they want to go out there and stick it to the rival. I think they want to stick it to council. I don't think they'll ever say it, but that would just be insufferable because dealing with Cubs fans on Twitter is like dealing with Packers fans on Twitter. Like
Drew, do you think that I know it's always like the Wrigley North vibes, right? When it's Cubs coming up to American Family Field. But Brewers fans traveled pretty well to Wrigley last time around. Is it still like, do you think we can pack the place enough up so it's not a Wrigley?
I don't think that's a factor in the playoffs. Listen, normally I would say if fans buying tickets and selling to Cubs fans during the regular season, I could care less. Like, it's your ticket, it's your money. And look, a lot of fans, and I respect the hustle, they sell their Cubs tickets at a premium markup to these goobers to pay for their packages. Like, I respect that. But I don't think in the playoffs you're going to see a lot of that. I really don't. And maybe there will be some who do. Fine, so be it. That's capitalism, baby. Smashing. But I don't think you're going to have to worry about Cubs fans taking over. I don't think you're going to have to worry about Brewers fans taking over. Yeah, there's going to be good numbers of both fans in there.
Yes.
I think we saw last year, like, the attendance was a little iffy just because I think people were saving their money for later round games. And I get that. But I think it's going to be a pretty partisan atmosphere.
You know, I always implore those Packers fans, show up, be loud, get rowdy, and don't wait till tomorrow. Be there at all of them. Just get crazy and back this Brewers club.
Didn't LaFleur
I was just
complain
going to
about that
mention
the other day?
LaFleur. I was just going to talk about LaFleur. No, he said it was the best
And I wanted
Milwaukee
to
crowd. Yeah.
I want to know. A couple weeks ago, he complained that there were too many opposing fans in the stadium.
After week one, he said there were too many Lions fans. And then after week two, he gave credit to the Milwaukee fans, the gold package fans, for having like the best Milwaukee crowd they'd ever had at Lambeau with him as the coach.
And yet, when he goes into like Tampa or wherever else, and it's packed with Packers fans, he's raving about Packers fans taking over.
Yep.
It's hypocrisy. It's elitism. It's typical Packers. You know, the party first mentality.
Packers have earned.
I mean, whenever you win ball games, Drew, you can just complain about different
Packers
things.
Have earned it. Packers have earned elitism.
Slow down.
What do Bengals fans and Bengals organization? What do they complain about?
Everything.
Yeah, existing.
Everything.
Yeah, we have rightful. Mike Brown. The lack of an offensive line, the lack of defense, the lack of help for Joe Burrow, the lifetime of misery and therapy.
There it is.
Yes, let's go. Pile on.
I love it.
Love it.
Are we going to the game next month, Mason? Are we going? You and I road trip?
Oh man, I don't know. Like, we gotta figure something out. It's not on the books right now, but we can maybe try to make something happen.
All right.
That's the off day between the NLDS and NLCS. So if you have any connections up there in Green Bay, you let me know.
12th.
Hey, and we'll make a jersey bet. So if Packers win, you have to wear Packers jersey for the rest of the season whenever you come on the show. And then obviously I'll wear a Bengals jersey if they win, which that's not going to happen. So
I will come on video wearing. Someone's going to have to provide it. I will come on video. The first segment after that game, wearing a Mason Crosby jersey.
Let's go.
I got it.
No, I won't wear the T-shirt. I won't wear the T-shirt.
I love it.
He's Drew Wagner joining us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. Drew, thank you so much. Enjoy. You're off today, I assume, and busy at the ballpark all weekend long.
Yeah, it's going to be. It should be fun this weekend. Like I'm hoping. I know there's going to be a lot of Cincinnati fans that are driving up, and rightfully so. Like. It's exciting time for them.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be a great atmosphere at the ballpark this weekend. So come on down.
Drew, are you showing up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for some pocket pancakes?
I'll be going to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I love it.
Man, party animal.
All gas, no brakes. Drew.
They didn't ask me. They're having a polka band, and they didn't even ask me to bring my accordion.
Haters. Yep, polka band. Pat Murphy, Robin Yount, Donald Driver, Derek Watt, all going to be there tomorrow morning. It's going to be a blast. So have Drew, maybe don't have fun with that, but have fun at the ballpark all weekend long. And we can't wait to follow all your coverage on Twitter and to catch up next week.
Just one more.
We'll do. And Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. He is Drew Wagner.
You guys.
Yep. See you guys. Forbes Sports and our Milwaukee baseball insider. There's Mitch, and if you can get here tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, free pocket pancakes at AmFam Field. I know.
Your right shoulder. I'm actually here. I'm there.
Man, I got so excited.
Got him.
He got me. All right.
That would be fun. I'd be all for the pocket pancakes.
That would be fantastic. Hey, you ready to make some picks?
I am. Yeah. I mean, I'm curious. So we obviously Badgers not playing. So we got the NFC North teams, and then just our pick 'em? Or
we'll just do 5 this week.
We're just going to do 5? All right.
I'm down with that.
Boring. All right, cool. No, that's awesome. That's great. I mean, last year I feel like I always did like the big game of the week, or like, you don't like big games. You just like.
I mean, we can pick the Thursday night game if we want.
Nah. Well, you can pick whatever game you want. You get to pick your game.
Tommy's done.
Are you taking DeChambeau? Is that your pick of the week?
I would take DeChambeau to win his singles match.
No, sure. I think it's a boxing match, him and Rory.
Oh, they're gonna fight it out.
And DeChambeau's gonna kill him, right?
Well, I don't know. I can see Rory being feisty.
Definitely feisty, but he doesn't have the muscles. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Our weekly picks are next here on the Mason Crosby Show.
It's time for the boys' weekly picks. Hear who they think will win the big games this weekend. Just don't trust them. It's weekly picks with Mason Crosby, Mitch Nelles, and Tommy Wirtz.
What was that, Mace?
I love the touchdown.
What do you mean just don't trust them? What's that garbage?
It's a disclaimer.
You know,
there's a lot of law firms associated with our show, so they got to just cover.
Just don't trust Tommy.
Right.
Those
right.
booties.
I was going to say when you have a history of like destroying the man like Thunder does, I think maybe there should be some trust. No big deal.
All right, get yourself you just go get a license though, and is there a gambling? Just go get your gambling license, then someone will trust you.
Do you need a gambling license? Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. I mean,
gambling's legal.
What was didn't
I know, but you got to get some sort of certification for people to trust that your.
I mean, my certification is that all the picks are recorded on the radio, and I dominate the man every week.
Every
week. Are you a doctorate in picking? Picking the football games?
I think I have my player hater degree in picking games. Yes.
PH me, Mitch Nelles.
PH me. I love that.
PH me.
Yes.
And not the most humble award. Definitely.
No.
Mitch does not carry that award.
Humility is for just
okay.
Whatever.
For the bummy bums.
For the bum bums.
For the bum bums.
Week 3, Mitch Nelles, you won the week 4-2. Me and Mason Crosby both going 2-4.
Nice.
This week
Nice. Good
we
job,
have
guys.
5 games.
Don't trust us.
We are going to be doing the I almost said NL Central, the NFC North.
We can do the NL Central.
We're going to be doing the NFC North, a solo game as well to go on with that. Would we like to start with maybe the biggest spread is Browns at Lions today. 10 courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Did you see the Bills Saints? It's 15.5.
That is great. Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
I mean, the Saints are that bad.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I will double check with everything because I did this morning to make sure any lines haven't changed anything.
I'm on the site right now.
Perfect.
I got it. Yep. Lions are 10, and I'll start. And I love the Lions here. I think the Browns were great last week. I think their defense is really good, and I think they have a lot of momentum when they're at home. But I think when they go on the road, it's a different story like we saw with the Packers last week. I think the Lions are hot. I think their offense is hot. I think they score a couple touchdowns early. The Browns can't keep up. Dylan Gabriel ends up playing most of the game. And the Dylan Gabriel, the career starts. Lions win going away on this one. Win easy by 3 touchdowns. Taking the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go with the Lions as well. If they were playing in Cleveland, I think they might take
totally
those
different.
points
Yep,
for
totally
sure.
different.
But I mean, the Packers should have won by 10 plus, right?
Yes.
And that game, and they let that slide. So I think Lions at home are just too tough. They're gonna win by 14 or 14 or more.
Yeah, does it kind of feel like last week was almost like Joe Flacco's Super Bowl this year? Like nothing else goes right for Joe Flacco this year, right?
Yeah.
I think they already made the switch in New York to Jackson Dart. Like Joe Burrow is dead man walking. I'm going with Detroit as well.
Yeah, then their run defense is good. So Judkins, if he doesn't get it going, I mean, Flacco throws 2 picks in the first half, and then he's out.
Judkins is nasty.
I think he could be good. I think he could be really good. We'll go with the next spread here, which is not a Packer spread. Right. Next largest not a Packer spread. Minnesota Vikings 2.5-point favorites going to Pittsburgh this week.
It is in Dublin.
Dublin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
in
Dublin. Sorry,
yes.
That does. I guess it doesn't even matter then.
By the way, Mason, I don't know if you saw this, but the Packers are having a party in Dublin this weekend.
I know. I didn't get invited.
Ryan Grant, apparently the host of the party at Sinat's Bar on South King Street in Dublin. What's up with Ryan Grant getting the trip and not you? That's kind of bullcorn.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he agreed to it. I don't know.
you could have agreed to it.
Yeah, well, I didn't have that option.
Exactly.
And I just, I got too many other things going on.
You got a lot going on.
We'll head out there. We'll go out to Dublin at some point. I have
nice.
My old neighbor lives out there, so I'm gonna actually hit him up and I'll be like, hey, go. Send me a picture so I have
that'd
some
be cool.
stuff. That would be pretty cool to show everybody from my neighbor here in Brentwood that just moved back to Dublin.
Yep. All right. So you want to start off the Aaron Rodgers love fest?
I'll start us off. Yeah, because I am picking the Steelers. With that number.
Yep.
Yeah, going to Dublin. You know the Steelers are they're so good in Dublin.
Yeah.
They've never been beaten Dublin. They're unbeatable there. So I'm gonna take Steelers there.
Okay. I will.
Yeah.
And Aaron. Aaron loves the Irish.
Oh, oh, man.
The Minnesota Vikings are undefeated in international games.
Yeah,
ever.
So they're going to lose this one.
So
Wow.
I am. I'm going to rock with Minnesota.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to be wrong. I'll continue to just try to pick bad picks.
That's where you're leaning.
You
pick the team you want to lose, like especially if it's Vikings, Bears, or Lions.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings 2.5. I'll trust Carson Wentz one more week like an idiot. So
hey, was I distracted? Did you pick the Lions?
I picked Detroit.
He did,
yes, I did pick Detroit.
Remember when we all thought this was going to be the Packers? That it was going to be the Packers and the Steelers?
And I did have something like kind of like
lined up
tentatively in the works.
All
if
right.
the Packers were going.
That's why they asked Ryan Grant.
I'm not going. No one
Right.
who wants to go like to represent for Steelers versus Vikings. It's like this is ridiculous.
my buddy Dan just texted and said that's an awesome bar in Dublin, by the way. The Sinats bar. So if we,
where is it? I think we might have
South
gone.
King Street. You probably did.
Yeah, I think I probably popped in there. If it's the one I'm thinking of,
I would drink so much Guinness.
Amazing.
I would drink so much.
Gosh,
Yep.
I'm gonna have a Guinness this weekend watching the game.
Yeah, you should.
Sure.
You should. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers as well. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
It is at 8:30 in the morning.
It is.
That doesn't matter.
So what?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
For one Guinness, you'll be okay.
It's like breakfast.
I think that the Vikings got their bump from Carson Wentz last week. I think everything comes crashing back down this week, and I think Pittsburgh writes that escaped with a win last week against New England. They keep it going. I like the Steelers with the points.
Okay. This one's a little interesting to me. Bears 1-point underdogs to the Raiders in Vegas this week. And I find myself going into another boat here of just rocking with the NFC North all week.
Do it.
The Raiders stink too, man. I mean, they stink. The Bears figured it out last week. I'm going to take Chicago. They'll probably win outright in this one with the Raiders being 1-point favorites.
Nice.
I'm going to roll with you there, Tommy.
Oh,
I'm going to take the Bears.
Oh, man.
I mean, with those points, I mean, that's the
Raiders.
I feel like the Bears. I think the Bears win by a field goal.
This is your chance to gain a game on Thunder because I'm rocking with the Raiders. I'll take the home team. I think the Bears. I just think
it matter in Las Vegas.
That's what I was trying to tell him. There's no home field advantage.
So many Bears fans will be down there.
I don't think it's home field advantage. I think it's the difference of playing on the road and not being in your comfortable environs. I think the Bears don't know how to deal with that yet. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, I got
look that up.
Yeah. And so I'm going with I think the Raiders are, the Raiders aren't good.
You can't say they're good.
The Bears also aren't good. I'll take the home team. I'll go with the Raiders.
All right. Solo game of the week. Anyone got a lean on they really want something, so they should go first?
I'm going first. I'm going tonight. Home dog. I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals. I know people are all over Seattle. They really like Seattle. I know people, for whatever reason, don't really like Arizona right now. I think Arizona's good. I think Seattle's okay too. But I'll take if they're home and I'm getting 1.5, I'll take the home team. So I'm going to Arizona tonight plus the 1.5.
Okay. I don't hate that one.
Nope.
I'm looking ahead at some games here for this slate.
You like in college football?
Mace, you want to go since Tommy has no idea what he's doing?
Okay. All right. If Mason knows, otherwise I'll go college football.
Hold on.
No, I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you loved the college
one.
Football slate, so I figured that's where you were.
I want to throw this one out there if you guys want to take it. I might be giving you a pick right now. Ohio State's only an 8-point favorite at Washington. I think Ohio State is absolutely going to destroy. Like, I know Washington's 3-0. They might be actually okay. I think they're okay. But I think Ohio State, they could go out there to send a message. The fact, to win by 10, I think Ohio State can cover that. So that's not my pick. I'm staying with my pick.
I think it's just nervous because Washington's scores have been unbelievable. So it's like, is that offense as good as those scores have shown, right? I mean, to score 70 points on anyone is
that's real. That's real.
I might go with the dog here as well.
Oh.
But I'm going down to Athens. The Bulldogs, Georgia, only 3-point favorites on Bama. And I'm going to take UGA to destroy Alabama this week. And Kalen DeBoer, lot of buzz. I'm talking first take lead segment, Kalen DeBoer out Alabama. That's
Whenever
what I
Georgia
think.
just runs them over.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
So
Georgia.
you're taking the
over Bama.
Bulldogs, not the underdogs.
These
Correct.
dogs.
Yes, the dogs.
Yes, go Dogs.
Is Pat McAfee going to sing on Saturday morning like he sings whenever they play each other? Whatever that Georgia theme song is. And
That's
you've seen that clip.
Yes.
All right, Mace, Colorado playing this weekend?
Yeah. I am actually.
You did not sound excited about that, by the way.
I mean, that was where I was looking, and I'm just like, it's so hard for me because, I mean, I'm gonna take BYU.
You're taking BYU at Colorado.
I mean, 6.5. Is it 6.5?
They're gonna roll. They're gonna win by 3 touchdowns.
Like BYU, right?
Yeah, BYU. Yeah, that's
They're
a great
good
pick.
team.
Yeah, they are a good team.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. It pains me, but I'm like. I'm going to be watching that game anyways, so I might as well, pick on it.
It's that's a 9:15 kick. That's a late night Saturday night.
BYU 69-0. Yeah, it was Portland State 27-3, 34-13 East Carolina. So they haven't played anyone, but I mean they're gonna steamroll.
Mason, you might as well start drinking the Guinness Saturday night during that game. So to forget that game and just stay up all night. Yeah, just carry it over to Sunday morning. The other
one I was intrigued in, which blows my mind, and this one felt like a lock. And like I'm gonna be bummed if like Colorado, and I won't be bummed if they win, but I'll be bummed I lost the pick. But I was looking at that Falcons Commanders. Is that line only 1.5? And it's for what?
Yeah. I like that.
The Commanders are gonna.
They should handle business. They should handle the business. Yeah, I agree.
After a week where the Falcons lost 30-0 to the Panthers, right? Or what? Wasn't that the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Falcons just got smoked by the Panthers.
Yeah.
30-0.
Yes, that's right.
Like how does that line come? Like what are they seeing there?
I mean, are they still thinking that Daniels is not playing?
Yeah, but Mariota he played a fine game last week.
I guaranteed Washington last week. That was that wasn't my pick, but I guaranteed that as another pick. I was hot last week.
It's gonna be tough if BYU doesn't get me that win for this pick. But if Colorado ends up winning, I'll be happy.
Right, you'll be happy that way.
Yeah, and then Commanders are gonna go roll in that.
Should we Packers Cowboys it up?
Let's do it.
Packers 6.5 points on Dallas. Your predictions and your spread picks, gentlemen.
So before we get to that, Mason, I just I'm gonna gambling explain something to you real quick.
Thank you. Yeah.
Whenever there's a spread of 6.5, that's always like the classic, like we are suckering you into taking the Packers because you just think the Packers have to win by 7. Sure they could cover, but so often Vegas knows more than we do. And so it's like easy to say Packers. With that said, I'm taking the Packers. Like I'll be the idiot. I don't care. I'll go first.
Were you trying to talk me into the Cowboys here?
Maybe a little bit.
I have to, because if the Packers don't win this game by 2 touchdowns,
get out of town.
I'm just going to be shocked because that means that the Packers didn't score any points because there's no way that this defense doesn't just get after the Dallas Cowboys as well.
Yep.
Without CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, you say they have Pickens, but I mean, that guy can't catch a ball.
Slim Pickens.
It's thrown right into his hands. So, I'm taking the Packers. Yeah. All day. Did you give your number?
No, I'm going 24-9.
Oh, that's crazy. I put 24-13 on my pick.
All right.
Really?
All right.
Well, I've been saying it all week, so I have to go 34 to I like 34-16.
Wow, going for 2 twice. Impressive. All right.
Yeah, well, they're going to get that. They're going to have to go for it because it's going to be trying to come back. It's going to be like 28-0. And they're going to be trying to get those 2-point conversions.
Picks of the week: Browns, Lions. Everyone rocking with Detroit.
You were 24-13. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I was 24-13.
Yeah, okay.
Browns, Lions are. We all went with Detroit. Vikings, Steelers. We have you two guys going with your lovebird Aaron Rodgers, while I am taking Minnesota.
Rodgers, baby.
Me and Mason are Bears fans for the week, while Mitch Nelles is rocking with the steady home field advantage of the Las Vegas Raiders. Solo games, BYU will beat up on Colorado, while Mitch Nelles is thinking about retiring to Phoenix. Can't believe it. Go Dogs this week.
Hey, Phoenix.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is don't forget that Genty has 101% of his rush yards are after contact. So
it's
their O line literally cannot block.
I mean, neither
anyone.
can Green Bay's. I mean, Josh Jacobs has a very similar number too.
But this is the Las Vegas
I
Raiders.
know. I'm just saying it's, sometimes you get stuck in the same place.
Did you see that? We like in this segment, we like to talk about this kind of stuff as well. Normally, like this is our pick segment, but did you see the thing where it's Pete Carroll's son is the offensive line coach?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
can he fire him?
Yeah, they're like, does he fire him or does
reassigned? He gets reassigned.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He becomes a special assistant quality control guy, like at some point here.
Over under on 3.5 number of times Pete Carroll throws his headset in this game.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Smash the over.
Smash the over.
Real quick for those of you following, paying attention at home, Pirates and Reds are tied at 0 after 3. The Reds 1 game back in the wild card, coming to Milwaukee tomorrow. So just, it doesn't matter a ton for the Brewers, but it is nice to know what you're getting into. If the Reds are really in that thick of it, they might be really playing for something, while the Brewers are just playing getting everybody a couple innings here and there.
Yeah, just slapsticks, obviously, too. Like, I mean, there's not much of a world where Phillies lose to the Marlins, right?
They did 2 nights ago. They lost in extras 2 nights ago, so you never know.
I just feel like
no, you're right.
Tonight, today is probably not going to be that case, but who knows? I mean, we could be celebrating. Just in this weekend can just be a fun fan fest of celebration, getting ready for the postseason.
He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nelles, aka Thunder. We are the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We're live from the fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and want to remind everybody that the Wisconsin Sports Weekend Show and Sparky are going to be live at the Milwaukee area Napa Car Care Fair this Saturday morning from 9 to 11. The first 50 cars receive a coupon for a free oil change. You can win prizes like a new set of hand-cooked tires, gift cards, movie baskets, and more. Free hot dogs from 10:30 to 12:30. Free vehicle inspections all day long. The car care is 9 to 1 at the Napa Auto Parts Store on 108th in Greenfield. For details, go to thefanmilwaukee.com. Mason's extra points, and I got a little something for Mason as well when we come back here on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today? It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nelles on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Oh, what's up? What a great show. It's Thursday. NFL football is on tonight. Something that's on my mind that is wild is how is Cal Raleigh a favorite over Aaron Judge to win the AL MVP? Like, just explain that to me.
It feels
like just looking at their stats.
Feels like he should win MVP.
Yeah, Cal's got to win it.
I feel like
just because of the home runs,
catcher, winning
just because of his more of his field play,
the way they won the division. Okay. They were down. They were behind.
I mean, Aaron Judge just leaves like six batting categories.
Right, he's an absolute stud.
He leads the MLB. I mean,
absolute
it's just
stud. No doubt.
But I get that. I get the what the MVP stands for, but. Yep. I just find that I almost feel like it's like Yankee, kind of you're almost like tired, right?
Yankee
it's just
fatigue.
Fatigue, where it's just like, okay, well, we can't give this to Aaron Judge.
Well, he is also a victim of, like, we've seen this before out of Aaron Judge, right? Like, Cal Raleigh never had a season of 35 or more homers in his career. He's a primary catcher. The previous record was 48 home runs. He just hit 60 yesterday. And 60 is kind of a number where it's
7th ever,
unheard of, right?
Yeah. No, it's impressive. Like, don't get me wrong. I just wanted to, hear y'all's thoughts on.
Yeah,
I still think everyone.
I would vote for Cal, but I could argue it both ways for sure.
I still
they
think
both deserve it.
Everyone would rather have Aaron Judge on their team than Cal Raleigh, but Cal Raleigh's going to win
in general.
MVP.
Yes, this season I'm not sure.
And and I guess that's. I mean, there's something about that, and I get like a guy coming and like he's. Be like that vital piece to that team. And that's what, that's what that MVP award's about. But I mean, Aaron Judge is that as well. So it's like, it's hard to imagine.
10 games ago, the Mariners and Astros were tied for first. In the last 10 games, the Mariners are 9-1, Houston's 4-6. They have a 5-game lead, and Cal has gone nuts in those 10 games.
Okay. So,
he put them on the back.
Kind of end of year. Just
he was at like 54 home runs, and he's like, all right, I'm just going to homer every game now, and we're going to win these games.
I do love that. I mean, obviously took his team to another level. So
all right, Mason, real quick.
Makes sense.
Mason, real quick. Name the 12 golfers on the U.S. team roster. Go.
Oh, okay. We got obviously Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, DeChambeau, Russell Henley, Harris English, Schauffele. Who else is out there?
Harris English. That's a good one.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I am blanking on a few of these.
I'm putting you on it, right?
Starts with a C. You got one.
Is what's that?
Starts with a C.
First name or last name?
C.
First name, last name starts with an M.
Colin Morikawa.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
I was almost forgetting if he was in it or not. Let's see who else. I mean, Keegan Bradley should be playing.
Right. He's the captain.
Yeah. I'm looking at foursomes.
The other one has initials for a first name.
Initials for JJ Spawn.
There you go. Yeah.
I always forget about Spawn.
Yeah. I feel like you're not alone.
Yeah. You tell me the rest.
There's Ben Griffin, there's Cameron Young, Patrick Kentley, Sam Burns. Sam Burns, there you go. Yep. All right.
Yeah, it was the Ben Griffin I forget that he had a good year and deserved to be on this team. So it's going to be fun.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I am a little nervous. This European team is good.
Yeah.
They're a good team. And again, we talk about Europe. It's not like Europe's of old. I mean, they play these courses all the time. They have American fans. Like, people watch them all the time. So this is a unique, like, the Ryder Cups are getting more and more unique every 2 years, I guess. And but it's always fun. This is one of the best weeks of the year. I cannot wait for him to tee off tomorrow, and I am going to be watching as much golf as I possibly can over the weekend.
Love it. Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's with Sparky and the Gentle Giants next. I'll be on tomorrow morning with Josh Albrecht. Mason and Tommy will be back here tomorrow. Mason, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bud.
Let's go.
Pop in. Just pop in if you want.
You got it. You got it.
Pop.
Woo!
I was